The immigration agency that handles asylum applications is going to start charging people to even apply for asylum. I'm Brian Manning for Just Now Meeting, and I'm a political asylum lawyer. I help people all over the country to secure their future in the United States through asylum. So USCIS, which is the immigration agency that handles asylum applications, announced that it's going to start charging an application fee for asylum applications. Now, they've pretty much always charged for lots of different immigration applications, but they never have charged before for asylum. The thinking was that, this is a humanitarian benefit, and a lot of people who need this are coming from very difficult circumstances. So some of them had to flee their country with really no resources. And so it wouldn't be fair or wouldn't be the right thing to do to ask them to pay, or that's been the philosophy. And that's actually the philosophy of pretty much every country in the world, because now with this announced change by which we're going to start charging people to apply for asylum, we're going to join just 3 other countries that do this. There's only 3 other countries right now that charge people to apply for asylum, and one of them is Iran, so not the best company to be in. So starting October 2nd of 2020, it's going to cost $50 to apply for asylum. Now, it's not that much money. Most people can pull that together, but still, it's difficult. It's just one more thing that you're asking asylum seekers to do, or one more hoop that we're asking them to jump through. And really, this is just another cut in death by 1,000 cuts, as we say in the United States, whereby the current administration has been trying to make it harder and harder and harder to get asylum. There's just been one little thing after another for the last 3.5 years, and this just adds on to it. And so when you make it really, really hard for someone to do something, they just stop doing it. So that's clearly the plan. The goal behind this is to further discourage people from applying for asylum, in my opinion. So it gets worse. It's not just that there's going to be a $50 fee to apply for asylum starting on October 2nd, but rather, and this is probably even worse for asylum seekers, the fee for someone who is seeking asylum or who gets asylum to apply for a work permit, which is called an employment authorization document, or an EAD for its initials, is going to be $550. Now, as of right now, before these changes go into effect, and in the past, that's free. At least the first time that an asylum seeker is asking for a work permit on the basis of a pending asylum application, or that they ask for the work permit after they're granted asylum, that's free. The first time is free. When they need to renew it down the line, yes, they're asked to pay the renewal fee. But as of now, they don't have to pay anything. But with these changes, starting October 2nd, someone who is asking for a work permit on the basis of their pending asylum application or having been granted asylum is going to pay $550 to get it. And that's a lot of money. And that's a lot of money for someone who probably isn't working. They're not supposed to be working if they don't have a work authorization permit. So these asylum seekers, it's going to be tough for a lot of them to afford this. So that's disappointing news. If you're eligible for a work permit right now and on the basis of a pending asylum application, or if you got asylum and you want to apply for a work permit, which you technically don't have to do. Once you're granted asylum, you're able to work legally right away. But a lot of employers don't really know that, or they're a lot more comfortable if you have the actual employment authorization document, the work permit that they're used to seeing for immigrants. If you're in that position and you're eligible for it right now, then to get your first one, then you should apply now so that you don't have to pay $550, which you'll have to coming October 2nd. So not great news, and that's what it usually is these days with respect to immigration in general, and asylum especially, which is under attack. But this administration is not going to do away with asylum completely. They're not going to ruin it. It's too important a part of our country's history and our culture for an administration to be able to ruin. It would take changing laws to really truly ruin asylum, and that's not going to happen in the near future. If you have questions about this or about any other asylum issue, just leave them in the comments down below this video. I read and respond to every single comment that people leave, or send me a message. Best way to do it is through the Manning Asylum Law Facebook page. I'll be happy to hear from you and to engage with you and to see if I might be able to help you if you want help. That's it. Brian Manning for Manning Asylum Law. Thanks. Have a good one.